On to the power circuits. This half-hour program is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Nigeria's power utility company responsible for managing the national electricity grid. Our top stories today. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo commissions 2x60 MVA transmission substation in Awka. Minister of Power, Engineer Saleh Maman, leads delegation to Chad on network interconnection. TCN to add brand new 100 MVA power transformer at 132 kV Port Harcourt's main transmission substation. TCN is renovating power control rooms to sustain efficient service delivery, says Ajaokuta Area Control Supervisor in Kogi State. You'll get to hear more from the TCN official in the interview segment of the power circuit. I am Amara Agugoesi. Stay with us as we take you through this program. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says the federal government is boosting electricity supply capacity in Awka, the Anambra State capital, by about 100 megawatts with the new 2x60 MVA Awka Power Transmission Substation.
Osinbajo stated this when he commissioned the 132-33 kV power transmission substation built by the Niger Delta Power Holding Company Limited, NDPHC, in Ajaokuta area of Awka town. In his address shortly before he commissioned the facility, Osinbajo said, for the Nigeria's economy to grow at the required rate, small businesses have to be supported by both the federal and state governments.
The economy of Nigeria largely depends on the effort that is made at the sub-national level, that is at the state level. It is the aggregation of the good work that is done on the states that inures to the great economy that we hope and that we are working for this nation of ours. Anambra State's revenue has increased from about 10.4 billion in 2014 to 26.37 billion as of 2019. And this is an almost 152% increase in the state's IGR.
The Vice President and Chairman of the NDPHC board said the new substation would address power deficit for the industrial hubs in the state.
But in recognition of the deficit of the wheeling capacity in the state, the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, through the NIPP, committed to undertake to upgrade the transmission infrastructure in Awka by constructing this new 132-33 kV substation equipped with two 60 MVA transformers. This project was energized and achieved technical commissioning at about 4:30 p.m. on Thursday, 26 November 2020. Since then, this new substation has been in service, providing 33 kV evacuation capacity for at least 100 megawatts of power through its two units of 60 MVA, a total of 120 MVA. We're talking about the 132-33 kVA transformers. And this is for the whole of the Awka and environs of the EEDC distribution network. The commitment of the administration to ensuring the completion of this Awka NIPP 132 kVA grid substation now provides a hitherto unavailable 70 megawatts additional power capacity for driving industrial growth and boosting the economy of the state.
Anambra State Governor Chief Willie Obiano said the substation will greatly boost the industrialization of the state and that the new shoemaking factory, the cargo airports and other industries will directly benefit.
They will now be able to access this light, that power, that has eluded them. All this diesel money being spent on diesel and what have you will be a thing of the past. So this is a very important project. Once more, the capacity is 2x60 MVA, 132-33 kV transmission substation. This commissioning is very timely. It is not only going to improve supply to the state, it will also supply steady power to a brand new international cargo airport like you've been told. And more importantly, our industrialists that have been under the labor of paying for diesel. The project will also complement all the state government interventions under the power, like extension of 33 kV lines to 6 local government areas that benefited 82 communities out of our 179 communities. Distribution of 730 transformers and transmission to Anambra covering about 180 kilometers of roads and street lights.
The managing director of the NDPHC, Mr. Chidu Ubo, who spoke about the National Integrated Power Project (NIPP) substation, said it has 633 kV feeders for power evacuation within Enugu Electricity Distribution Company (EEDC). Ubo said the benefiting areas include the Oka Township Injection Substation, Ajaokuta Injection Substation, and Ajaokuta Industrial Layouts, Enugu Injection Substation, Aguleri and Umuleri Injection Substation, New Anambra Airports, and the new Oka Millennium City.
The feeder from this Oka transmission substation will be supplying close to 1 million households spread over the urban centers as well as rural areas of this state, including existing as well as upcoming industrial layouts, factories, markets, and also critical state infrastructure, such as the airport which I've just mentioned. It is expected, Your Excellency, that this new Oka transmission substation will provide a very robust evacuation capacity of at least 100 megawatts into Oka and of course the environs.
The acting managing director and chief executive officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN), Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, who was represented by Engineer Geoffrey Nwokoye, the General Manager Engineering Services at TCN, said before the commissioning of the substation, TCN had a mobile transformer at the TCN 132 kV Nibo Oka transmission substation that provide bulk power to Oka town and its environs.
It's going to also benefit the whole of Anambra State. Because before the commission, Oka have been feeding from both the mobile transformer and from Nibo, some part of Oka. So if Oka load is now transferred to this place, the power will be boosted, the power quality of other parts of Anambra State.
The Minister of Power, Engineer Saleh Maman, has led a delegation of ministry officials, executives of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and other actors in Nigeria's power sector to a high-level meeting in N'Djamena, the capital of Chad Republic, to discuss network interconnection.
Chad had requested in recent times to be interconnected with the Nigerian national power grid, a move that could see Nigeria exporting power to the neighboring country. The Minister of Power, Engineer Saleh Maman, had at a recent meeting with officials of Chad in Nigeria noted that Nigeria was already into bilateral electricity trade with the Republic of Niger, Benin, and Togo. The current meeting in Chad was hosted by the Chadian Minister of Petroleum and Energy, where participants discussed electricity network interconnection projects between both countries. According to a statement from the office of the minister, the discussion was in line with the drive of the federal government to position Nigeria as a strategic leader within West African electricity markets and also make it a source of significant foreign exchange for Nigeria. Members of the minister's delegation include the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Power, William Nwankwo Alo, the Director of Transmission System in the Ministry, Engineer Emmanuel Nosike, and the Special Assistant on Special Duties to the Minister, Ibrahim Tanko. Officials from TCN include the Acting Managing Director, CEO of TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, Executive Director of Transmission Service Provider at TCN, Engineer Victor Adeumi, the General Manager, Program Coordination at TCN, Engineer Joseph Chiruma, among others.
The power circuits continues in a moment. Don't go away.
Do not build under transmission power lines for your safety and health. Electricity power lines and substations, either for power transmission or power distribution services, are extremely dangerous when exposed to direct human contact. These power lines and substations transmit electricity that lights up our homes and offices, power our computers, TVs, and refrigerators. On the other hand, the same electricity when exposed is extremely dangerous. It can shock, electrocute, and kill anyone on its way. That is why everyone must adopt safety measures whenever we use or are close to electricity facilities like power lines or substation or transformers. For the safety of the people and animals, governments all over the world have approved way leave or right-of-way of 50 meters for 330 kV power lines and 30 meters for 132 kV power lines, and for 33 kV lines, the way leave is 15 meters. People are not expected to be found within this way leave or right-of-way for safety reasons. The lines can suddenly cut and fall to the ground with very disastrous consequences such as fire and electrocution of anybody and destruction of anything, be it vehicle, houses or vegetation on its line. It has also been established that power lines and substation emit electromagnetic fields, EMF, which is dangerous to human health. The World Health Organization, WHO, has warned that people who spend long hours under or close high-tension lines stand the risk of being affected by EMF and be vulnerable to cancer, leukemia in children, miscarriages among pregnant women, and other terrible diseases. It is therefore advisable not to build any structure or operate any business under or near any electricity high-tension lines or substations. TCN wants you to stay alive, stay safe, stay healthy, avoid power lines. This message is from the management of Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN.
All is set for the expansion of the 132 kilovolts Port Harcourt main power transmission substation in Rivers State with a brand new 100 MVA power transformer, says the regional transmission manager of the Port Harcourt region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Idris Alim. Let's have the details from our crew who were at the facility recently.
Speaking with the Power Circuit team at the 330 132 kilovolts Port Harcourt main transmission substation in Rivers State, the regional transmission manager Port Harcourt region of TCN, Engineer Idris Alim, said the plant, which is the platform where the transformer would be installed, is ready.
This is 60 MVA transformer. This is another 60 MVA transformer. So as I told you, we need to upgrade this station with 100 MVA transformer, and this is the position where we are going to position the 100 MVA transformer. It will now be 2 by 60, then 1 by 100 MVA transformer, so that we can now upgrade it. So this is the plant already. The plant is already there. So all we are after now is we are waiting for the arrival of the transformer, and then with the other accessories, circuit breaker, CTs, isolators. Once those materials are available, then we'll commence job on it, at least to install the 100 MVA here, so that we have 2 by 60, then 1 by 100 in Port Harcourt main.
Engineer Alim also spoke about the cordial interface between officials of the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company and those of TCN, especially in area of the service level agreements.
Since I came, we have cordial relationships. Because when I came, they were battling to restore the 60 MV at Rumosi. For almost how many years they could not. But when I came, I think within 1 month or 2 months, we energized that 60 MVA transformer. And anytime they have problem, in fact, I will jump up, go and make sure that problem is fixed.
Speaking further on the impact of the service level agreements, he said the experience so far has been results based.
Signing the SLA means you have to sit up, because if you don't give supply, you'll be penalized for that. If your equipment has failed and if you are not able to rectify and bring it back to service, all the hours that equipment is out, you will bear the cost. So since we know that implication, unless we don't have that spare part to bring back that equipment back, if we have we have no option. Even if it means to work throughout the night, I'm ready to work to restore normalcy for distribution to be happy.
The power circuit team was also at the 132 kV LLN transmission substation still in Rivers State. Engineer Alim said work will soon be completed on a 60 MVA power transformer to restore the 2x60 MVA bulk power transmission capacity of the substation.
The chairman, SLA, has approved the 30, that is the 18 transformer, that we should go and pick it at Oka. So I've already requested AGM Port Harcourt Solution to go to Oka and pick the 18 transformer so that we can bring the 60 MVA transformer back to service. So now we're having 2x60. You can see they have 6 feeder.
Delivering bulk electricity across an array of locations is a complex operation that cuts across various 330 kilovolts and 132 kilovolts to 33 kV power transmission lines. However, in all of this, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is on top of its game as it continues to give a facelift to its numerous substations across sub-region under the 10 transmission regions of TCN. In today's interview, the Area Control Supervisor at the Ajaokuta Area Control Centre, Engineer Ibrahim Mohammed Shabu, at the Ajaokuta Substation Office in Kogi State, speaks about how the TCN management has renovated control rooms of power transmission substation in the Ajaokuta sub-region, which is under the Abuja region of TCN.
What is so innovative about the facilities in this sub-region?
We thank our management. Especially ISO. Most of our control room has been renovated now. So when you enter control room, it's a new, good working environment. Geregu, they have just finished their own. Geregu 1 and 2, they have just finished. Our own, they finished last year. Okwela also they did last year. Ajaokuta 132 they did last year. Recently, just last week, they dug borehole for us here. So the control room has enough water now. It's a good project that the ISO undergo. We like it.
What is the coverage area of the Ajaokuta Area Control Centre?
The coverage area of this sub-region or this area control center are this Ajaokuta area, ASCO steel plant, Ajaokuta 2 steel 132, Okwela 132, Geregu 331, Geregu 332. That's the area of coverage of this area control. There are 2 power stations which used to generate to us. We have Geregu 1, which is 145/3 MVA. Then they generate to us, we will lead to the grid, either to Bini or to local Ajaokuta up to Abuja. The same thing, Geregu 2 is also 3 units that are there, that they also link it to Geregu 1 before our site. So all the power station, this is our neighboring power station, we have 6 machines there. Due to concern of this gas, it's Geregu 1 they used to generate. But all the machines are healthy, they are in good condition. But in terms of megawatt that we used to will to the grid, we have 4 330 lines and 4 132 lines. The 330 lines, 2 they are from Benin, which each line used to carry about 750 megawatts. Then we have B11J, B12J. So each line used to carry 750 megawatts. So the both lines they are carrying 1,005 as under normal condition. Then the same thing, the one that leads to Lokoja that proceed to Gwagwalada up to Abuja Katangbe. The same thing, 2 double line that carry the same load under normal conditions. If the whole generation in the country is in order, these 4 lines can carry these megawatts. Then the 132 lines is the one that feed our substation, 132 substation, ASCO steel plant, there are 2 double line also. Then Okene and Opela, we also feed them from here, also on 132 line. Then our transformer that we have is 162 MVA, which their maximum load is to reach 129 megawatts. So we used to feed the steel plants, Okene and Opela on this thing. These 3 transformers, one is now working, one the TSP sections they are working on it seriously, almost in completion. So that's the 2 transformers will be okay. The 3rd one is also okay, but it's just small thing that hold it, but it's also okay.
The present management has harped more on maintenance of power transmission facilities. What is the situation at this area control center?
Our own department, we don't maintain, but we used to do routine maintenance. We do go inspection early in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. When we discover any fault, we used to raise our report to the TSP section. They will quickly attend to the fault.
That is it from Engineer Shabu, the Area Control Supervisor of the Ajaokuta Area Control Centre in Kogi State. Getting the power transmission substations to a state-of-the-art level is a huge task, and TCN has been commended for this. However, to ensure the company optimally utilizes these renovated facilities in delivering stable bulk electricity, we urge you as a member of the public to help guard against transmission asset vandalism and power lines right-of-way encroachment. Let's take the major stories again before calling it a day. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says a new 2x60 MVA Oka Power Transmission Substation in Oka Town of Anambra State is boosting bulk power delivery in the state. We also told you that the Minister of Power, Engineer Saleh Maman, has led a delegation of ministry officials, executives of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and other actors in Nigeria's power sector to a high-level meeting in N'Djamena, the capital of Chad, to discuss network interconnection. You heard from the Regional Transmission Manager of the Port Harcourt region of TCN, Engineer Idris Alim, that the company is preparing to add a brand new 100 MVA power transformer at the 132 kilovolts Port Harcourt main transmission substation in Rivers State. And in the interview segment, the Area Control Supervisor at the Ajaokuta Area Control Centre, Engineer Ibrahim Mohammed Shabu, says the TCN management, led by the Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has renovated more control rooms and facilities of power transmission substations to sustain efficient bulk power delivery. You are always special because you stick with the power circuits. We have made available this episode and all others on the TCN YouTube channel. TCN has these active platforms. You can send in your comments, feedback, and suggestions for continuous improvement in bulk transmission service delivery. Kindly be strict with the COVID-19 preventive protocols as cases of the Delta variant have been detected in Nigeria. I am Amara Agugoisi. Thanks for watching.